Mario Kart Wii is an amazing game. It was the first Mario Kart game I played and I've loved it ever since. You may be wondering, why do you like this game? And why do you still play it 13 years after it launched? Well, this video basically covers those questions, because in this video I'll be explaining why I love Mario Kart Wii and why I still play it today. This is also my first video with the voiceover, so I hope you enjoy it since I'm thinking of doing more videos with voiceovers. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Now firstly, what is Mario Kart Wii? Mario Kart Wii is a racing game made by Nintendo, released for the Wii in 2008. It basically follows the main principles of the Mario Kart series, adding bikes, tricks and 12-player races, as well as motion controls. My first point about why I love Mario Kart Wii are the motion controls. The controls may seem clunky and inaccurate at first, but as you get used to it, it's really fun and enjoyable to use these controls. That's why I use the Wii wheel as a controller. I first played the game using this controller, and since I got used to the controls, I really enjoy using it. On to the characters. This game has an incredible roster. There are little clones, unlike in Mario Kart 8, and this game has tons of fan favourites like Diddy Kong, Birdo, Bowser Jr., King Boo, and of course Waluigi. Also, the fact that you can play as your own Mii is really cool, so you can play as SpongeBob or Peter Griffin to name a few. The way you unlock these, alongside the vehicles, is also super good as well. You don't just play Grand Prix and get first place. You can get a character by beating a ghost in time trials, or winning a certain amount of online matches. This forces you to play the other game modes if you want to unlock every character and vehicle, which means there is a point of playing these modes, since you can unlock something with it. Now moving on to the vehicles, this is where stuff gets pretty broken. As said before, Mario Kart Wii introduced bikes, so there are two types of vehicles, karts and bikes. But there are also two types of bikes, inside and outside drifting. Outside drifting bikes drift in a similar way to karts, but inside drifting bikes drift much sharper, meaning that they can take turns quicker and easier. It's no wonder that inside drifting bikes are the best vehicle type in the game. However, this does make them really fun to play as. Due to their tighter turning, you can do all sorts of cool shortcuts like the DK Snowball cross jump for example, which may be harder to do while playing as a kart. And even this. Yeah, this is a pretty broken game. Due to Mario Kart Wii's flawed checkpoint system, it can allow some ultra shortcuts to occur in some courses, the most famous one being in Grubble Volcano, where you just drive in a rock, and it somehow counts the lap. Although these shortcuts may seem quite hard at first, you'll eventually complete the shortcut after some tries. It feels super satisfying after you complete them, because most of them are super hard to beat, in my opinion. And since there are tons of ultra shortcuts in this game, you'll probably want to beat them all, so you can get that satisfying feel of completing the shortcuts. The tracks in this game are amazing, which is another point on why I like this game. Sure, there are some trash ones like DS Yoshi Falls, Luigi Circuit, and GBA Shy Guy Beach, but there's some classics like Coconut Mall, Maple Treeway, Cooper Cape, DK Snowball Cross, Rainbow Road, GCN DK Mountain, DS Delfino Square, and the list just goes on and on. The majority of tracks in this game are super fun to play on, have great designs, and overall have a sense of enjoyment to them, like you can't go wrong in the outstanding colours of Rainbow Road, or the twists and turns in GCN DK Mountain. So in my opinion, I think that Mario Kart Wii has one of the best track selections in the entire Mario Kart series. Now the actual gameplay. The gameplay is absolutely insane. There's a lot of skill involved, but also a fair amount of luck as well. For example, the items. The items in this game are super crazy. In high positions, you'll mostly get defensive items like bananas and green shells. However, in the lower positions, you'll get powerful items like stars and bullet bills. This adds a whole layer of chaos to the gameplay, since it is random in which item you'll get. Here's an example scenario. It's the final lap of a race in Luigi Circuit. It's a 12-player room, and you're currently 4th place, with 1st place not too far away. As you hit an item box, you start to turn to a shortcut, where you need a mushroom to pass it without slowing down. The item you just hit could be a mushroom, which you need to take the shortcut. However, there is a chance of pulling, say, a red shell. If you get a mushroom as your item, you can take the shortcut and get 1st place. But if you get a red shell, you'll go into the off-road, slowing your vehicle down, and you'll likely get a poor position. This is where a little bit of luck comes into play. It also makes the races super fun when playing with items, since you probably won't know which item you'll get when you hit a box that will help you in the race. Will you get an amazing item like a lightning bolt, or a terrible item like the blue pearl? One item in particular that I would like to add is a thundercloud. Basically, the main gimmick of the thundercloud is that you need to hit another racer to pass it on to them, or you will get shot. Personally, I think the thundercloud is a terrible item, but when someone pulls it from an item box, it creates a lot of strategy and chaos, since you are trying to avoid the thundercloud not get hit by the person who has it. It costs you a lot of time if you do get shot by the thundercloud, so it may get a little competitive when there is a thundercloud nearby you. Kinda reminds me of the Hot Bob-omb minigame from Mario Party 1. Another point and why I like Mario Kart Wii, which is quite vital for winning, are the techniques, specifically the advanced techniques. The techniques you can do in Mario Kart Wii can range from quite easy to super hard. Some examples of easy ones are tricking and wheeling, which you can do by just flicking the Wii remote if you're using motion controls. However, some advanced techniques include low tricking and slip drifting. These are very hard to perform consistently because they are quite precise to do. When you do get the hang of these techniques, it can feel pretty rewarding to complete it, and you'll probably want to try to do some more. Now about the overall feel of the game. The main goal in this game is to try to get first place, where making minimal mistakes and executing techniques can help you to get that first place, along with the items. Speed and drift are vital for winning, since you need to be fast and able to take turns in the course faster and easier. Obviously, the inside drifting bikes can take these turns much easier because they drift sharper, so they will almost always be the go-to pick when playing these courses. Another thing that Mario Kart Wii has is the airspeed being significantly low. You travel much slower in the air than in the ground, so you need to try to spend a lot of time in the ground since you don't want to lose speed. And weight is super important as well. The amount of time you spend in the air is dependent on your weight, so heavyweights will spend much less time in the air than lightweights. This in total makes lightweights practically unviable, because they spend a lot of time in the air as well as being able to get bumped off easily. You might also say, what about acceleration? You need to have good acceleration to be able to recover faster, right? Well, maybe. There is an extremely super important technique called the standstill mini turbo, where, as the name implies, you can just charge a mini turbo by standing still. So, if you have a vehicle which has poor acceleration, just do a standstill mini turbo and you'll be back up to top speed in no time. This results in vehicles like the Bowser bike and the Mark bike being the best, because they have good speed and drift while having poor acceleration. Let's talk about the game modes. For single player, you are able to do a Grand Prix, which consists of you beating 4 courses in the cup, time trials, where you try to get the best time in a course, versus race, where you can race on any course you choose and set custom rules, and battle mode, where you fight for coins or by hitting the most balloons. This is a great selection because it includes a large variety of options, and some modes where you want to keep on playing it, like time trials. Time trials in general is just super fun. When you play this game mode, you want to get the best time possible, so you need to perform almost perfectly to get that amazing time. The techniques can help you to get the best possible time as well, so you'll try to do these techniques a lot. The ultra shortcuts are a big part of this as well, since, in my opinion, most of the ultra shortcuts are hard. You can go to time trials to practice these, and even perfect them if you want. Having 3 mushrooms as well is also super great, since you need to decide when to use them to help you in getting the best time. Will you cut some off-road and take a shortcut, or use it in a straightaway? There are no item boxes, so this game mode is purely based in skill. I won't really talk about battle mode that much, because it kinda sucks. Coin runners was a neat battle mode option though. You have to collect coins scattered across the stage, and whoever has the most coins at the end wins. However, if you get hit, you'll lose half of your coins, so you'll need to be careful when you have a high coin count. I remember one time as a kid when I got 35 coins in this game without getting hit at all, and I felt pretty happy about that. It was against CPUs, but still. The multiplayer is amazing as well. You only get to play versus race and battle, but playing with up to 4 people is really fun and enjoyable. The visuals in this game are actually quite good. It may not look that great now, mostly the models, but back in 2008 it looked pretty good. The menus look colourful, and so do the courses, same with the characters. And finally, the online. Wait, Nintendo shut down the online service years ago, so how can you still play online? Now this, I think, is the main reason why I still play Mario Kart Wii to this day, and maybe more years to come. There's a custom server that replaces Nintendo WFC called Wiimify. This server has roughly 275 people in Mario Kart Wii at once, and the online mode is amazing. You can play with up to 12 people, host friend rooms, and more. The online point system, called VR, is also great. You start at 5,000 VR and the maximum VR is 9999. Seems easy, right? Well, you can gain up to 300 VR, but you can lose up to 300 VR. Combine this with the crazy items makes it actually quite hard to get the highest VR, but it's super fun to get 9,999 VR and super satisfying to actually achieve it. And even that's not enough said. Mr. Bean has made a custom Mario Kart Wii mod called CTGP Revolution, which is super popular and the majority of people who still play Mario Kart Wii use this mod, including me. The mod's main feature is including 216, yes, 216 custom-made tracks. It also comes with so many new features like item rain, a knockout mode, 200cc, and even being able to play custom tracks online. That is actually insane. But with all of those reasons said, this video comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to look out for more videos. Since I'm trying to put out a video once every 2 weeks, I'll also be making more Mario Kart Wii content as well. Also, please like the video and subscribe to my channel, since doing these will really help out my channel a lot. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!